Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am going to make my cheese muffins tonight. Often, when I make like extra bread or tortillas or whatever, it's because the rest of the meal is less complicated or it takes less time. So we're just having chicken, and I haven't decided yet if we're having broccoli or what veggie we're having, but we're having something that I'm just like steam cooking. So not very complicated, not complicated. So I'm making cheese muffins. These are amazing and they are sweet. You can make them without the sweetness, but I really like them with a little bit of the sweetness. It's almost like a cornbread. It's so good. If you like cheese muffins, tell me like them in the comments. If you don't like them, leave them in the comments, and make sure you give me thumbs up, hearts. Share this video so that the whole world can know that they can have cheese muffins that are high protein, low carb. All right, this does require a good amount of almond flour, so be prepared for that. I am going to start with 6 tablespoons of melted butter. 6 tablespoons of melted butter, and I am going to add 2 beaten eggs. 2 beaten eggs, or 2 eggs beaten. And then I am going to add my sweetener. Now, my original recipe is like super sweet, so it's a half a cup of sweetener. I'm using just a 1/4 cup tonight. If you want it extra sweet, you can do more. If you want it not as sweet, you can even do less than that. And I'm using allulose monk fruit. This is Impact, a brand from Amazon. And I'm going to whisk this until it's nice and combined, a little creamy-ish. And then I have the rest of the ingredients to add. There's only 3 more ingredients, so we're almost done. And I recommend using at least silicone mold. I make mini muffins because they're so much more fun to eat more, I think. You can like play with your mind a little bit. So we're getting this nice and combined, and now we're going to add our what is it called, sour cream. So a cup of sour cream. Now a hack, if you don't have a full cup of sour cream, you can use the rest of it mayonnaise. So that's a nice hack. I did not have a full cup of sour cream. We used it for our taco salad the other night, and we went almost more through it than I had expected. So I substituted with mayonnaise, but my recipe originally is sour cream. All right, so I'm gonna get that all out, mix that, and then we're gonna add our 2 other things, and then we're almost done. 2 other ingredients. So tell me where you're watching from. I would love to know. And if you like muffins, say like them. If you like cheese muffins, like them. Or if you like cornbread, this is really like, it tastes like cheese bread, and it tastes like cornbread. They're sweet, and they're delicious as an accompaniment. You can even eat them as snacks, as accompaniment to the rest of this food, whatever you're making. We have still an issue with our dishwasher, so we have like piles of dishes. It's pretty annoying, but we're almost there. Hopefully, we've been ordering a part. All right, now I want 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I want to mix it a little bit with my dry ingredient, which is my almond flour. So I'm going to do that in one of my cups of almond flour so that it gets a little bit more incorporated, a little better incorporated. If I had planned a little bit better ahead, I would put this in a different bowl so that it can mix well, but it'll be fine like this. So 2 teaspoons of almond flour, and this one's extra high, the other one's a little low. So 2 teaspoons of, so now we're adding 2.5 cups of almond flour. 2.5 cups of almond flour. And I'm no longer gonna use my whisk. I wanna know what protein and veggies you would pair this alongside. We're eating chicken, and I'm not sure what veggie yet we're having. I think maybe broccoli, maybe green beans. I haven't decided, but they will be cooked, just steam cooked, maybe with a little butter and then with salt and pepper, and that's all that and then our chicken is seasoned, but it's just pan seared. So this is our extra side. And these take very little time to make and very little time to bake. All right, I almost forgot the main ingredient. We have one more ingredient. I almost forgot it. Good thing I did not. So we have a basic muffin recipe. Now we are going to add our cheese, the most important ingredient. So cheddar cheese is what I originally used. I don't have any more cheddar cheese, so we're using Colby Jack. And this is, you can use any flavor of cheese that you like the best. I'm gonna fold the rest in. And it's 2 cups of shredded cheese. 2 cups of shredded cheese. And now we're done. Jeanette, hello. How are you? If you like cheese muffins, you are going to love these. Maybe you haven't had cheese muffins before. I think they taste like cornbread and cheese bread. And so good. Just goodness. All right. Now, this is well combined. I want to make sure that there's not like huge spaces where it's just the white mixture, but that there's the cheese in here. And I am now going to put this into my molds. I'm using mini muffin molds, and the silicone works. I recommend still spraying it. I feel like sometimes the silicone molds are hit or miss, or the more you use them, the less they work to not stick, depending on the recipe. So I'm using little parchment paper mini tins. And as long as these stay like this and don't get squished down, they're great. They're gonna stay right in this space. And you wanna fill these molds to only 3/4 full, like in between 3/4, maybe like 2/3 full, because it will rise a little bit, and you want them to not be like falling over everywhere else. I think that it's going to make, this is 24 here. I believe it might even make 48, but for sure 24. Phone works awesome. All right. So this is this is like a little bit more than 24 papers. And again, fill it just like between 1/2 and 3/4. So probably like 2/3. And I need a spoon that will make it easier. Like I said, our dishwasher is kaput, but kaput. So it is not working well enough to be great. Now I already have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and you're going to want to bake these for 15 to 18 minutes. That one's gonna be too big. 15 to 18 minutes. You want them to be golden. I should have said super hot. Oh my goodness. Yes, that is not what came out, but that's great. Super hot. But you walked 5 miles and 3/4. Amazing. That's great job, even though it was super hot. All right, that's it. This is the recipe. I'm gonna fill these up. Have a wonderful evening. You have to try these. You're going to love them. I know it. Because our whole family loves them. So have a wonderful day from my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye.